All right, everybody, we are live on the KATV Facebook page, and hopefully this is just going to be a quick little update on what we expect this evening. Barry, unfortunately, has the makings of a day we don't see too often.
Yeah, it is. It's not many storms, we think.
Yeah.
And it's the setup almost couldn't be any better than it is, or at least the wind's aloft. If any of these,
and it assumes you get a storm. But there's the tornado risk, and I know it says low for Little Rock to El Dorado, but that doesn't mean no. Mm-hmm. If you get a storm in this corridor, it could produce a tornado, and maybe even a strong one.
Yeah, and then the atmosphere gets really unstable off into east and northeast Arkansas, especially later on tonight. But that has kind of migrated back to the west a little bit. We were really kind of discounting West Arkansas quite a bit, and now we're not discounting the fact that even Hot Springs or Arkadelphia or Bismarck, places like Western Perry County, could have something. But will everybody see storms tonight, James?
Not tonight.
No.
So that's the difference about this risk is we show these maps a lot, and usually we have tons of storms.
Yeah.
Not tonight. We think there's just going to be a few storms. Those storms could be very severe. The storms may even develop as far west as central Arkansas. That's why that yellow shaded region, we want you to pay attention. As storms mature into eastern Arkansas, that's where the threat gets higher. There's that high tornado threat in northeast Arkansas and even southeast Arkansas. Basically, if there's a storm out there this evening, we have to pay attention to it. So let's start with the prime ingredient, Barry. Temperatures are on the way up.
Oh, this is crazy because we had a shower go through here, and it was much cooler than this not long ago. Even south of Little Rock, there was a line of showers, a couple of thunderstorms there. And the atmosphere is recovering very, very rapidly, and we see temperatures in the 80s that are nosing up into South Arkansas.
So you got your 60-degree dew points. I'm kind of drawing the line there, nosing northward. And so the warm air is in place. A couple of days ago, it didn't look like it was going to be that humid. But that's going to be in place. And now we're looking at a satellite imagery of,
this is crazy,
of Little Rock. And I want to point out a couple of things. There's your dry line entering eastern Oklahoma. That is dust. That brown color is dust behind that dry line.
The winds are so strong out there. There's been gusts over 80 miles per hour in the Texas Panhandle. So if you get any rain tonight, there's going to be mud on your car tomorrow morning because of all the dust in the atmosphere. But you can see, look at the streaks out in western and southwestern Arkansas there. That shows you that the wind field is unbelievable up above.
You see a lot of that on big-time severe weather days. And what this is called, that is a cumulus field. So you are seeing those white puffy clouds. Honestly, that is the beginning stages of what you see sometimes when there are severe weather events. It's the very beginning stages of what you could see when you get storms. As far as the radar goes right now, the only storms are up in northwest Arkansas, and there's a severe thunderstorm watch in Missouri. A tornado watch is getting ready to be issued, I would say, for north central and northwest Arkansas. That's going to be the first tornado watch of the evening. Another one's going to be issued much further south and east. But there's a couple of different corridors that we have to watch for storm development. Barry, let's walk everybody through this. I think I would offer the caveat that it's not a guarantee that it looks exactly like this.
No,
we may only get one storm.
Yeah, exactly right. Or three, or two. But it's not going to be everywhere. And having said that, when they're out by themselves like that, the ones that do break through, those are the ones that have all the atmosphere they want, all the heat, all the humidity. They have nothing to compete with them. But we think there is a stabilizing factor just above. And in fact, there is. It's a cap on the atmosphere or an inversion layer that temperatures don't just steadily decrease as you go up, which is normal. They actually warm a little bit in a little layer up above the ground, and that stabilizes the atmosphere. It keeps storms from forming for now.
And that's what we've had all day. The other side of that is it makes things warm and unstable. So if you lose that as you go into the evening, you've got big-time problems. All right, so this is the latest round of our data through 6 o'clock. It's been hinting at this all day that there's going to try to be some development down here in southeast Arkansas, and that could be the first real supercell that we see. I have doubts that forms. I think the more likely storm that's going to form is up here in north Arkansas. I think there's a very good chance up in north central Arkansas, Newton County, maybe as far south as Searcy County, sees a big supercell get going. That one, though, is eventually, probably very quickly going to end up in Missouri. The window of time that we're really going to have to watch, I think, comes between 7 and 9 o'clock. A lot of our
Right
data
there.
starts to erupt storms right after sunset. And Barry, you see this a lot on the Great Plains. Your dry lines go off right at sunset. And so we're going to have to watch storms. We were just saying, as far west as the I-30 corridor, if we get this to happen, we're going to have to watch for tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. And watch what happens as these storms move east. They kind of form into individual cells. And it is just not what you want to see. So you've got one up in North Arkansas, you've got another one just south of Little Rock, and another one just south of that. And that's a really bad evening.
Again, these are not exact locations. This is a simulation
Right.
of what could happen, and not all of those may form. But that, I hate to see that. And then it gets into a little more unstable, even more unstable area as you go off to the east. But some of those may die out, may not survive, and the others will be even stronger.
So it doesn't look like every storm survives. It looks like a few of them become dominant. And so model data has really hit on one dominant storm in North Arkansas, moving into northeast Arkansas. But it's also hit on another dominant storm down towards central Arkansas that tracks through. I mean, it could be anywhere down from southwest Arkansas to central Arkansas that rapidly moves off towards the northeast. And Barry, that would be a storm that has the chance to produce a significant tornado. And again, folks, it doesn't have to be right there. This is model data, so it could actually be a little bit further north, could be a little bit further south, may not form at all. But model data has had this storm for quite some time, and when you start to see this signal, generally you can expect that you're going to have some type of storm out there.
Here's what I would say. Don't panic about this, folks, because a lot of us are not going to see this.
Right.
But some could, and so that's why
There's
you have
a
to
lot of dry spots out there.
Yeah, have to get a way to have notifications. If you're going to be going out to dinner, you're going out, just make sure that you stay weather aware. And a great way to do that is the KATV Weather app. You download it, you put it in the settings of, I want to be notified if there's a tornado where me and my mobile device is.
That's right. So this is model-generated storm chances. And generally, I think, Barry, it does pretty well.
Yeah, 20, 30, 40% chance. That's not much of a coverage, and that's what we've been saying.
The best chance out in eastern and northeast Arkansas, but there is a chance as far west as Russellville, Hot Springs, Arkadelphia, we do start to see storm development. And storms tonight, if they develop and get going and mature, tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds, and really, outside of maybe we won't have a storm, the chances are there that if we get them going, it could be a severe weather event we remember for a very long time. So download the KATV Weather app. As Barry was saying, get those warnings sent to your phone. Once you get that warning, you've got to take an extra step. Come to us on TV, over the air at Channel 7, KATV.com/watch, the news app, the KATV News app. You need both apps, and you can watch our coverage. We'll be talking about where the danger is, where it's going, how long we expect it to last. And Barry, I think there's a pretty good chance that probably at some point tonight we have to break into coverage. But right now, things are generally quiet. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning up in northwest Arkansas, but that is just the start to the day.
Yeah, and there's not much down to the south of there. New tornado watch has now been issued, and that I don't know the time on that. It says 11 o'clock there, but...
Yeah, it could be later than that. But that's the new tornado watch. It goes to Russellville, Conway, Searcy, Batesville, and this is the area where we could see supercell development first. Again, Barry, I do think a tornado watch is going to end up being issued down the I-30 corridor and points towards the east.
I think that's exactly where it will be.
Yeah.
And I think there's little doubt that it will be issued because at some point there's enough heat and humidity that cap breaks. But as James mentioned, go to the TV, go to us via the KATV News app if there's a tornado warning in your area because TV doesn't do everything perfect, but I tell you, severe weather-wise, we can show you exactly where those storms are better than any other way that exists. And we can analyze the data there. We've been doing this for a long, long time.
We'll have storm chasers in the field as we go through the evening, so we'll be able to bring you images of what's out there and reports on if hopefully there's not any damage, but if there is any damage, we will be able to do that. And Barry, again, how many severe weather events are here? We think it's going to go one way. It goes a different way, and it's not as bad.
Right.
So we hope that continues again tonight.
Hope so.
And the map we've been showing you, it says low tornado threat through Little Rock to El Dorado. It says that because there's a question on if there's going to be a storm.
Right.
It's not really telling you that there couldn't be an intense storm.
Yeah.
So it needs to come with a little bit of context.
If they develop, we gotta look out.
This
folks.
is the real deal. Step outside. There's sunshine in a lot of places. Temperatures are pushing 75, 80 degrees. Just kind of the rare combination that sometimes we occasionally get here in central Arkansas, in eastern Arkansas especially tonight. A lot of you won't get rain, so enjoy your Friday night if that's the case. But stay with us this evening because we're going to be watching and we'll be here all evening long. Barry, do you have anything else?
No, I just this is just one of those times here that we need to be very, very vigilant and get a way to get notifications, and we'll keep you updated as we always do all evening long. So keep it right here on social media and on Channel 7, and we'll, of course, be with you until the last storm threat is gone from the state.
All right, we're going to be here at 5, 6, and 10, and in between if we need to be. For now, though, we're going to take a little bit of a break here up for this evening.